Okay, so today we have Molly and Bella, and we're just going to kind of show a little bit. Once you've had them trained, and again, these dogs have been trained separately, but sometimes when you've got two dogs, it can be easier just to walk both of them at the same time, and if they've been trained the same way. But what we do is use a coupler to hook them together, which this kind of gives you an advantage rather than trying to have two leashes, and you can buy these couplers at Pet Supermarket or something like that. We just kind of make our own. Sure, it's not very good, but what are you going to do? So the main thing with this is deciding which dog is going to be on the inside and which one is going to be on the outside, and usually one of them will naturally kind of be. Bella's a little bit more hyper, so by putting her on the inside, you've got the advantage, and Molly kind of just goes along. So it's important to understand that they've got to be trained separately. These dogs have a 2-dog remote, so you can kind of switch back and forth. Obviously you can't signal them both at the same time, but you can switch back and forth, and it's really not as easy as it looks to do, but it can be, if you've got a limited amount of time to to take them on a walk and work with them. And especially if one of them's a little bit more insecure. Bella's gets more nervous and a little bit fearful out in public, and Molly's not really so much like that. All right, do a little stay, make them stay. But once they've been trained, and you just got to kind of alternate, the pager on one and then the pager on the other. But once they've been trained the same way, it really isn't that, it's just more kind of awkward in the beginning, kind of coordinating them walking. But once you decide which one's going to be on the inside and which one's going to be on the outside, then you really want to continue with that. Okay, let's take them up and back. But yeah, Molly is actually 7 years old, or she might be like 8 by now, so she was trained a little bit later in life, and she's a sweet dog. She just really didn't have any training, and she wasn't good about coming. And Bella was, I think, kind of like a rescue, and she was just a little wild child. She still eats every bed you give her. But they're doing good, and their owner is very committed to working with them, so I think they're doing really well. And then once you've got them trained to come, you can really give them so much more freedom. All right, so let's make them down. So really, even though they're trained off the leash, when you're doing the tandem like this, you want to have the leash on, and then you could kind of progress to the point that if you want to work them off leash, they still need to be coupled together to have dogs that are completely off leash side by side. It gives you more of an advantage if you kind of couple them together. But really, from where she lives and stuff, they kind of live near a busy road. It's better just to keep the leash on. All right, let's just go up and back one more time.
Molly, Bella, heel, heel.
All right, make them go down.
Down.
All right, let's just make them get in the little bed right here.
In your place. In. Down. Down. No. Down. Good girl. Such a good job.
All right, so we're going to have a little episode of Molly and Bella go to the pond here in a little bit. And we're going to try to get up to Pet Supermarket later this week. So we'll see you then. Bye.